Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. It's Eci'S for the 27th topic. Eci material this time is about disease. What disease do we often suffer from and how do we cure them? Before we make an argument about disease, we should first know what disease is. Disease is a disorder of structure or function in a human, animal, or plant, especially one that has a known cause of distinctive group of symptoms, signs, or anatomical changes. This is any harmful deviation from the normal structural or functional state of an organism, generally associated with certain signs and symptoms and differing in nature from physical injury. A diseased organism commonly exhibits signs or symptoms indicative of its abnormal state. Infectious diseases are disorders caused by organisms such as bacteria, viruses, fungi, or parasites. Many organisms live in and on our bodies. They are normally harmless or even helpful, but under certain conditions, some organisms may cause disease. Some infectious diseases can be passed from person to person. There are four main types of disease. A is infectious diseases, disorder caused by organisms such as bacteria, viruses, fungi, or parasites. Many organisms live in on our bodies. B. Deficiencies diseases. Diseases that occur due to lack of nutrients over a long period are called deficiency diseases. Examples are scurvy, night blindness, rickets, beriberi, goiter, and anemia. C. Hereditary diseases. These all have a genetic origin. For instance, they are the result of the alteration of one or more genes and are passed on through generations. Symptoms may not necessarily present themselves from birth. D. A psychological disorder is a condition in which the organs in the body malfunction causes illness. Examples are asthma, glaucoma, and diabetes. Those were the four causes of disease. Next, let's see why these diseases can appear in our bodies. Infection occurs when viruses, bacteria, or other microbes enter our body and begin to multiply. Disease, which typically happens in a small proportion in infected people, occurs when the cells in our body are damaged as a result of infection and signs and symptoms of illness appear. What are the 5 causes of disease? The agents that cause disease fall into 5 groups: viruses, bacteria, fungi, protozoa, and helminths or worms. Protozoa and worms are usually grouped together as parasites and are the subject of the discipline of parasitology, whereas viruses, bacteria, and fungi are the subject of microbiology. When we are sick, it's common to miss a day at work and precious time with their friends and family. Then how do we prevent the disease from easily entering our bodies? Check out the following steps. 1. Getting vaccinated is the best way to protect against seasonal infection. Vaccines contain antigens that signal the immune system to produce antibodies. These antibodies can protect against viruses and prevent people from getting sick. 2. Clean equipment with disinfectant. Viruses can survive on many types of surfaces, including metal, plastic, cloth, paper, and glass. The virus can remain infectious on these surfaces depending on various factors, such as temperature and humidity. Number 3 is keep the air clean so you don't get sick easily. The viruses can cause this disease replicate in the mucous membranes lining the respiratory tract, and they can travel through the air in tiny droplets of mucus. People can reduce their risk of infecting others by staying home when they are sick and covering their face when they sneeze or cough. Number 4, frequently wash hands. The fourth tip for not getting sick easily is to wash your hands frequently. The virus can enter the respiratory tract through a person's eyes, nose, or mouth. A person can infect themselves by touching a contaminated surface and then touching their face. Number 5, take zinc supplements. Zinc is one important micronutrient that occurs naturally in meat, fish, nuts, and other foods. Participants of this study consume between 80 to 207 milligrams of zinc per day. Therefore, so that you don't get sick easily, consume zinc regularly. Number 6, eat more fiber. Dietary fiber has many health benefits, including regulating digestion, preventing constipation, and lowering the risk of a number of health conditions. A 2018 study on mice suggests that dietary fiber may also boost the immune system. 7. Avoid cigarette smoke. Smoking is known as a risk factor for several diseases, such as cancer, asthma, and respiratory infections. Inhaling cigarette smoke can also increase a person's risk of developing this condition. Of that all, we as our creatures must have gotten sick, from mild, moderate, or severe. As human beings, we are also obligated to maintain health in various ways. Even though, in the end, our will give us disease, we must accept it patiently, steadfastly, and sincerely. This is the kind of many diseases that I ever had. One is typhus. When I was in elementary school, I had typhus and it had relapsed several times. Number 2, hepatitis. When I was in junior high school, I had hepatitis. I had to be hospitalized because of this disease and was able to transmit it to two of my brother and sister. Number 3 is dengue fever. About 3 years ago, I had dengue fever and had to be hospitalized. Thankfully, I recovered soon. Number 4, low blood pressure. This disease also faithfully follows me. But that's okay, just take the lesson that I can't just eat and drink, so I don't become a greedy person. Number 5, myoma and cysts. To what extent? I don't understand. What is clear is that in the end my uterus was removed for my health. Number 6 is ulcer or stomach acid. I have felt this pain since I was in high school and more. Of all these, the disease. What I still feel is stomach ulcer or gastric asthma. I still enjoy it and take the lesson that Allah gave me a lesson with this disease. My efforts to recover. So my disease can be followed up. One is take medicine according to the doses and approved from my doctor. Two, sometimes I also take helps to reduce toxin from medicine. Number three, is reflexology to relieve my pain with other methods. Number four, avoid eating and drinking that conflict with my illness. Number five, diligent gymnastics or yoga specifically for pain stomach. Hopefully all my and then the six, manage stress well because psychology is also a trigger for this disease. Hopefully all my efforts will bring results and can reduce or even eliminate my disease. I come here this disease does not go away. Various drugs, herbals, to reflexology I've been doing, but it seems this disease still often comes. But I can't give up. We have to keep fighting this disease with a lot of effort and self-introspection. I hope my struggle will be successful. Thank you for listening about my opinion about the disease. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.